we're live. Hey, everybody. It is Saturday night. It is Atop the Fourth Wall plays Red Dead Redemption 2, and just realized I didn't put on my hat.
Oh my god.
It's essential for the cowboy game. I wear the cowboy hat.
You earned that after your no dead shot boss kill. One shot, one kill.
I was trying to think of a clever thing to put as a title for last week's episode, which, by the way, did get Content ID claimed for the music.
Told you it would.
Yeah. But,
Thank YouTube. Anyway.
But like, best I could do is just the Tombstone reference again. You're Daisy if you do.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so, joining us this evening, we've got Crimson.
Hey.
We got Lotus Prince.
B.
And we got Eliza.
See?
Hooray.
Beautiful. That wasn't even planned. Well done.
No. This is what
I didn't even. Okay, here's the thing.
That was a Do Re Egon moment.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I didn't even plan to say A, and then it just came out of my mouth, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just run with it.
All right, so glad everyone's been enjoying the last two episodes of Atop the Fourth Wall. I was able to get out. Unfortunately, those were both supposed to come out in July. So unfortunately, yeah, that's oh well, what you gonna do? But it does mean that we're now slightly behind for the rest of the remaining 2 months before Halloween, which is my plan was to actually be caught up. But still, better off than we were because we're no longer a month behind. So we're gonna try to go for an hour and a half. We'll see how well we do that at this time, especially because last time I was thinking we might end early, and instead we went for 3 hours.
I was gonna say, I saw that, and I just was like, how did you guys manage to go for 3 hours?
It wouldn't let us save. Last time on the
choice.
Adventures of Tombstone McShooty, we tried to leave town and and do another bank robbery. Unfortunately, the Pinkertons, being such wonderful people that they are, attacked us in the middle of the bank robbery. John got arrested. We lost Lenny.
Shit. Oh, no.
Yeah, Lenny died.
Lenny died, so that sucks. And we hitched a ride on a boat. Unfortunately, the boat got attacked. Or like there was a heavy storm. We got stranded on an island held by a dictator. We helped the locals take out the dictator. I one-shotted the guy from a distance, not even intentionally.
Yeah, sequence breaking, kind of.
Like, it was clear I was supposed to get much closer, but no, I just all right, let me try to get a few shots off to give us some room. No, boom, I must have headshot him one hit.
Oh my god.
There was this kill alley with little areas where you're supposed to duck in to avoid the fire.
Yeah, and slowly approach the tower.
Lewis just shot him one shot in the head.
Wasn't even a dead eye.
Entire sequence.
You're Daisy if you do.
All of a sudden the music just stopped, like, oh, you did it.
Oh, we won. Okay, cool. Well, we can leave now.
Oh shit, we can leave now.
And then
Well, we left,
back.
and unfortunately, as soon as we got back and everyone returned to shore, got attacked by the frickin' Pinkertons again.
Wow.
Fortunately,
They
we were
just
finally
love
able to
you.
just kill a whole bunch of them. We lost Hosea.
Yep.
He was
Oh,
the older
no.
dude who was who I think was a bit more of the de facto leader, but now Dutch is in charge, and Dutch is getting a bit unhinged.
Yeah, he's starting to lose it. He's
Yeah.
getting a little too intense.
Uh-oh.
To the point where your characters are like, he's aware that they're kind of questioning him, but not enough to, attempt to influence him.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Also, we have a couple of super chats. Danny Fenlon says, for Event Comics Month, what was your favorite intro narration? Example, I am from beyond, or puny humans, I've come to smash.
Definitely World War Hulk, because that Hulk speech is just mwah. It's short, it's to the point, and really highlights don't mess with the Hulk.
And then
Or else I'll do
Benjamin Hall-
this to your whole stinking planet.
That is pretty great. And then Benjamin Hall says, 12 more years for this stream?
Hopefully not. I did look ahead. We're close to the halfway point of the game. But we'll see how we progress along, because a lot of the early stuff, is us trying to figure out how to do stuff. And now I have a much better feel of the game. And as we saw last week, I don't know how long that diversion was supposed to last originally, but we managed to get through that in like an hour.
Ah, fair enough.
So yeah, let's try to go for an hour and a half, because I have work to do on scripting. However, before that, I wanted to show you guys this. Those of you who are following me on Twitter know that I'm making a new Poyo puppet that's going to be all 3D printed. Because the thing is, the prop lady made a lot of the Poyo that she made that in like 2013, 2014. So it's like, we're coming up on 9-10 years old for the thing, so it's starting to fall apart a little bit. Not too badly so, but there's some wear and tear on it, especially going through regular rigors of being on the show, plus the movie. We did a little bit of rough things for it, so I figure, hey, it's time to 3D print it, get it in proper components. So since I've got it all 3D printed, I'm trying out new things with it. This is going to be the neck for Poyo. Just this tiny thin layer is going to be a neck in between the head and the main body. It'll slip in there, and then this ring will go inside of here. There's like little notches, I don't know how well you can see that, where it'll like pop in there, if I can get it on properly. Bit of a tight fit, but it's supposed to be.
Oh, Benjamin Hall
Talk
says,
amongst
so
yourselves.
40 years.
What did Benjamin Hall say?
So 40 years. Got it.
Exactly. We will take a break from the game if we're still playing in October, because Halloween games.
Time
All right,
to
I got
break
it on the other way. So
nightmare.
Slept in there, and then this twists, and then it's pretty much locked in place. Now, what I'm thinking is I might add a third and fourth peg because this thing is a little wobbly. Not too wobbly, but like for stability's sake. This is all trial and error because I've never tried to do anything like this before. But the proof of concept works, so I'm happy about that. This little test drive of these components. Getting a 3D printed body is what starts Poyo down the road to becoming Mechakara. Arms for Poyo, hashtag. I've been thinking about it, trying to figure out ways I could build proper arms for him, but I'm going to be having a difficult time enough because I want to replicate the current puppet's model of being able to move the arms up and down. So we'll see how that works. But let's get to Red Dead Redemption.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, I can't remember what Arthur was doing exactly. We were on a mission.
Yeah,
I think we ended last time we got back killing the Pinkertons. I think that's when we ended, right after we killed the Pinkertons.
Yeah, we killed a bunch of the
plus we were
Pinkertons.
so excited to stop that we were just like, whatever.
All right, let's go talk to Dutch and see how he's doing. We got Mr. Ed Demption 2 back. We had to steal another horse when we got back to shore, but fortunately Mr. Ed Demption had returned to camp. Oh my god. Why do you always do this with the damn autosave? You know I loaded from a save.
Because it hates you, Lewis. That's
We also
why.
lost our nice, stolen mansion, so now we're in the swamp.
This game's save function is truly the most horrifying thing about this game.
I hate this game's
The lack of
save
checkpoints
function.
is just insulting when it goes for that long.
Working it all
out. Then again, Rockstar Games has always had problems with saving their games.
Yeah, that is the truth.
Like, I remember when I played Vice City back on the PlayStation 2, and oh boy, did I hate that game's save functions. You could only save in certain areas, and
Yeah.
And they are going to have us.
Maybe they ain't the problem.
Meaning?
I don't know. It's just.
No, the Pinkertons are the problem. If we got rid of the Pinkertons, we would have a better time here.
yes.
Yeah, probably.
Benjamin Hall, last unboxing vid editing status?
I need to get back to that too. Yeah, it's filmed and everything. I just need to do some light editing of it and then put it out there. And it's
What about the women?
it's just one of those things where I don't feel like I'm trying to okay, atop the fourth wall is priority. Atop the fourth wall makes money. Must focus on that.
Yeah.
It's possible that I have ADHD. I do not know. I've never been diagnosed, but I know that I have similar symptoms to those of my friends who do have it. So it might be a thing for me.
Fair.
Arthur, do you have my back? Always.
But sometimes it's hard for me to work on some things when I get focused on a single thing.
If I were to grab a slot on Lewis's Patreon on Atop the Fourth Wall, what comic would I have him review?
Chrono Keeper says, so Linkara, in the event that an anniversary episode coincides with the 100th episode, Do you have a contingency plan for that?
Not really, because an anniversary episode specifically would be like in October, which I usually plan out. The contingency plan for that is put together some whatchamacallit, some comic book quickies in advance to make sure that it doesn't fall on that date.
And no traitors.
I would say probably make him watch the Arrowverse Crisis on Infinite Earths.
That's a lot of episodes, though, isn't it?
Not the Crisis. Crisis is only 5 episodes.
That's still a lot for hour-long things. I think I limit it to like only 2 hour-long shows.
Fair.
The show.
I'm not saying I would want to have.
Yeah,
Lewis,
but it's me, man. Like.
All right, I will have this person ride with me in a minute. I just saw how bad our beard was.
Oddly enough, I think the thing I would want Lewis to review if I had this Patreon slot is also about 5 hours worth of watching, but it's 2 movies.
Oh,
Yeah, no, you only get 1 movie.
You need the Doctor Who movies.
You get one of the Doctor Who movies.
Jojo OVA, baby.
Yeah, I have done I did 2 episodes for just half seasons of season 1 of JoJo.
Because
I gotta say, Doctor.
Wait, let me see here.
Where can I shave? Do I need to go back to town and go to a hotel?
you might have to.
I'm thinking. Ooh, have you did a Street Fighter comic yet?
You don't mean the Malibu
Yes,
one,
I did
do you?
one years and years ago. I did the first of the Malibu comics, which I didn't really see as that bad, but everyone was saying it was really bad. Problem is, I'm not a big Street Fighter fan.
Oh, fair enough. I was thinking about doing the battle of ooh God, I don't know, man. I really don't know what I would have you like do for like a Patreon request if I got the slot. I really don't.
So J Manor Productions says, "What is your I didn't recognize the actor moment?"
What's my I didn't recognize the actor moment? There's been a few of those over the years. I'm trying to remember specific ones.
Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder, hands down.
I'm forgetting his name.
That's a good one.
I'm forgetting his name. He played Stephen Root. Stephen Root keeps showing up in places that I don't like. I remember watching. He was if those who don't know, Stephen Root was Jimmy James on News Radio. He's a character actor, shows up in a ton of stuff, but I didn't recall him showing up in so much stuff until I'm older now and I realize, oh wow, he shows up in a lot of stuff.
Oh, like Tim Curry, like he was your childhood and you didn't notice?
Exactly.
Okay, like I was like really what was the one that we were like really excited? What was the one that I was really excited about that I just was like?
I know that, like, this is more of a voice thing. I knew that Cam Clark, Liquid Snake, he'd done a ton of video game roles, and I didn't realize that I'd grown up with him as Leonardo on the 80s Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Yep.
It's good to see you again, Charles.
A fun thing that I noticed that oh hey it's them kind of moment. I was watching Quentin's latest Sam and Cat update on his Patreon.
Oh God.
In the episode with where Gibby and the psycho lady comes back.
Yeah.
Gibby's date on the movie is actually what's her face, like I want to say Gia from Power Rangers Megaforce.
Are you serious?
Oh, that's rad.
Which would make sense considering it's Nickelodeon, but it's like it's 2 seconds. Where have I seen that actress? Oh my God, that's Gia. At least I'm pretty sure it's her. The problem is Samurai and Megaforce have the similar names. The Yellow Ranger for Megaforce.
Ah. Yeah, I tend to
Every
forget
time
the
you say
names of-
Megaforce, I'm thinking of Billy Bostwick and Gold LeMay, and
Yeah,
not
good Megaforce.
the good Megaforce.
Oh, with the kiss
Everyone
comes
likes
off.
that Megaforce.
In the 70s, it could be idealist, but today, it's too
It's
expensive.
too expensive.
Isn't that just what Dutch wanted?
I love you, but you're hopeless.
I really want to watch that Megaforce again.
You
It's
should.
so good.
Unfortunately, there's like weird rights issues with the riff tracks for it.
Perhaps not.
Is there really? I wouldn't think there would be, but I guess.
Here's the fun thing about about Megaforce, the movie, and RoboJocks. Both those movies I watched in the weirdest way possible.
Oh,
You see,
yeah?
back in the day, TV Guide Channel used to have old movies airing in the top quarter portion of the screen.
Yep.
Oh my
And that's
god,
where I
I totally
watched them.
forgot about that.
I watched Megaforce and RoboJocks on the TV Guide Channel.
That's weird. Otherwise, when
Amazing.
I first saw Megaforce, I don't think Crimson lived in Minnesota yet, but our friend Melissa,
No.
who plays Eliza the Foam Lizard, she presented us with Megaforce, and it did not exist on DVD and Blu-ray yet. So we watched a VHS copy of Megaforce.
Good stuff.
Amazing.
I kind of miss the days when the TV Guide Channel, well, in most cases, existed because it doesn't even exist everywhere anymore.
Oh, I got another voice actor recognition moment. I told Eliza about this already when we were watching the JoJo OVA, but Norio Wakamoto was a really big voice actor in the 90s and 2000s. He's the voice of Japanese Cell. He has a really, really good yelling voice. And he was Whole Horse in the JoJo OVA. Not the new JoJo anime, but he has like a relatively low-key role as Whole Horse in JoJo Part 3. Go figure.
Amazing, actually, because I would never have known that because I don't know anything about JoJo other than what other people tell me.
Yeah, I mean, if you hear him talking other anime...
Lotus knowing a lot of details about JoJo, I would never have guessed that.
Yeah, but like...
I was gonna
if
say,
you
though...
if you hear him speak in JoJo, you're like, oh, that's him.
I was gonna say, though, I have a room. My roommate is a huge JoJo fan, and I don't know if this is true, but like he's like, yeah, like first, second season are like, but like season 3 is kind of like where it really picks up steam. I guess I don't know how true that is.
Part 1 is like 11 episodes, and it's kind of its own thing. It's dealing with vampires. And it's not bad. It's like a quirky take on vampires.
Okay.
I love Part 2. Part 2 has a character with loads of personality that really helped out a lot, and they fight quirky characters. Part 3 is when they start introducing what became iconic for JoJo forever, which is the stuff that
The stands.
Lewis covered in like Diesel, where like they have
I got you.
apparitions come out of them, and those are interesting. Part 3 is very Monster of the Week, and I'm not a big fan of the main character, but that was the JoJo that really kind of put it on the map like permanently. But I prefer parts 4 and 6 to 3. But 3's good. Yeah, 3 is definitely a step up from 1 in my opinion, but 1 has a pretty like fantastic asshole villain.
We love those for some reason.
He's he's the guy who like he's the most gigantic piece of shit, but he put all of his points into like charisma and passion, so he's like a fun theatrical villain.
Amazing.
Yeah, season 1 introduces Dio, who is like the big villain of a lot of the series.
Yeah, Dio is in part 1 and part 3, but he's at least name dropped in every single part of JoJo.
Plus, he's the source of the "it was hot." Plus, he's the one that's source of the "it was me, Dio."
Yeah, that was the meme for a while in like 2012. Yeah, you thought it was whatever,
gotcha.
but it was Dio. Yeah, that was that.
Dio technically appears one more time, but that's a secret.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Flashback. Fair enough. Also, Symbiotic Toxin says, I watched Tombstone for the first time. Enjoyed it, except the romance subplot of Wyatt cheating on his wife. Doc Holliday really is the best part.
You do realize, I think the romance, didn't Wyatt Earp actually cheat on his wife in real life?
Yep.
I don't know.
I don't know.
If I recall right, that's one of the things that's actually from real life.
Oh wow, apparently the English voice for Dio played Scorpion in Mortal Kombat 9 and X. That's pretty rad.
I think the weirdest thing for me when it came to not recognizing an actor was me not recognizing the voice of Lenore Zahn once.
I don't know. I don't recognize the name.
I don't even know what we're doing here. I wasn't paying attention to any of the dialogue.
Not 100%.
I don't remember. But if you don't, Lenore Zahn was Rogue on the X-Men animated series.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
I didn't recognize her in
She did have some other role that's like, what?
In
Yeah,
Outlaw
Tombstone-
Star, I didn't recognize her at first.
Get a machete
Well,
from them. Okay, I'll go back and grab the machete. But yeah, so I'm glad you enjoyed Tombstone. Very
Yeah,
quotable, especially Doc Holliday.
The voice of Rogue in Outlaw Star is ridiculous. Like, that's so bizarre.
Yeah, she plays how's he pronounce the character's name again? It's been a long time since I watched Outlaw Star. Aisha Clan.
I don't remember. I've only seen
that's
piecemeal
right.
episodes. Also,
No, I love
RJ
Outlaw
also
Star.
get a machete
It's
from
so
them.
good.
Ooh, I like Dynamite.
Dynamite be safe.
Oh, Mario says you are kicking out the current residents of the cave to make it your camp.
Okay.
Oh, somebody just mentioned Mojo Jojo.
Amazing.
Did you know that Mojo Jojo is also the Ghostface from Scream?
Oh,
I
that's
did
funny.
actually know that.
Oh, the English voice for
Don't worry,
old
they're a bunch of
Joe
jerks.
played
Don't need to
Raiden
feel
in
sorry
Mortal
for them.
Kombat.
Okay,
That's
good.
great.
Also, someone has asked if we finally found the vampire because they haven't been here for a while. Yep, we did, and we killed him many times.
Many, many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finally watched that vid. It was great.
I am glad I got to be on for that me being ill finally cleared up enough for me to be on for the last kill.
And it's just straight up Max Shrek.
Amazing.
I don't
Yeah,
know
no,
do I have any dynamite? Oh, there it is.
I'm getting ready to move, so like I move in 2 weeks, so that's part of the reason why I haven't been here very often is because I'm like slowly packing up my apartment and donating stuff and doing a whole bunch of other nonsense I have to do.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, yeah,
wasn't
Lewis,
here
you might have
tonight.
picked up on this already from the body hanging around, but they're saying these people are cannibals in case it wasn't obvious, so you don't have to feel bad about displacing them from their home.
Excellent.
Oh, then kill the cannibals.
Kill the cannibals.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you
you
have
can
to
see the
displace
person-
somebody, at least
yeah.
make them worse people than you are.
You can see that person in the
Oh,
cave
pick
that
up
they've
machete.
torn the infels out of.
Amazing. That's fantastic. That makes me so happy. You don't have to
Yes.
feel bad. They're cannibals. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Good, I don't feel bad about killing the cannibals. Loot!
Oh, woo.
Well, we're doing the looting.
Looting the cannibals.
Then we're gonna do the rooting. Then we're
Man,
gonna
how
do
many
the
games
thing.
do we end up playing where we end up fighting cannibals?
Enough.
A lot,
Did you have-
actually.
What other ones did you have?
Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah,
Okay.
New Vegas.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had The Last of Us 1.
Why is
I'm,
it always cannibals?
I don't know.
We keep
I'm
running
sure-
into that in the game, and that's weird, right?
I'm
Yeah.
sure that says more about us than it does about the cannibals, but sure.
Oh, the voice of old Joseph was Richard Epcar. Well, I could easily believe that he was in this or that role because he has every role.
Yeah, Richard kept Epcar like literally in everything. There was even a joke about that at a panel he did once at Anime Expo.
And the burglar says, "Fighting cannibals? What is this? The ultimate?"
God, I hope not.
Okay, the Ultimate Universe is returning in a way. They're rebooting it.
Again?
Yeah, they're fully rebooting the Ultimate Universe, like completely saying, yeah, no, this is a full restart. Like nothing from the old one is going to really matter.
Okay.
And I'm hoping they don't have cannibalism.
Well, so let
Again?
Mark Miller in it. It should help.
Oh, Supreme Omega says, "Hey, Linkara, I hope you are well. On your Emerald's Twilight vid, are you surprised there are people who like the story that some like the idea of Parallax Hal?"
Say that one more time, because I kind of didn't quite fully get that.
Sure. I hope you are well. Well, Supreme Omega says, "I hope you are well. On your Emerald's Twilight vid, are you surprised there are people who like the story that some like the idea of Parallax Hal?"
Yeah, not surprised by that at all. There's a lot of people who've been expressing how much they actually really enjoy the story, and we're hoping I wasn't going to be too harsh on it. And honestly, I think I'm pretty fair to it, all things considered.
I think you are too, because I actually watched that episode, because I actually do like Emerald Twilight, and I was very surprised at how fair you were to it, so.
It like I said in the video, it helps that we have the benefit of hindsight. So a lot of this stuff doesn't hit as hard. And honestly, and I reread Rebirth right afterwards, and honestly, I actually I get why people dislike it because they felt like they prefer the Parallax thing. But the Parallax thing, in my opinion, they needed more time, and it probably could have worked, but it did not work here.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I
then
feel like the third, sorry, not to cut you off, but just on that thread, I feel like
yeah, better to
the
keep it
third
straight.
issue was really, really rushed.
All right. Someone says, by the way, Burglar says, I think you dropped your volcanic pistol somewhere back there. Go get it back if you don't have it already. And
God darn it! Who took my volcanic pistol?
Well,
And
there we go.
and Benjamin Hall says, weirder is the maker not being a cannibal.
Well, that's because I don't think. Wait, who did Ultimate Fantastic Four again?
I
have
don't
no
think that was
idea.
Noir.
know, but I know Aspiri covered it in her Best Intentions Reed Richards. She covered the Maker.
Because the Maker was actually, the Ultimate Reed Richards was actually a decent character and didn't constantly cause the pain and suffering to everyone until they decided to do startup until after Ultimatum. Literally after Ultimatum is his downfall.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
ma'am. We're not gonna hurt you. I'm just here to loot first, and then I will come free you.
I liked a lot of the Ultimate Universe. There's a lot bad, but there's also a lot good. Unfortunately, the horrible Miller and Loeb stuff overshadows all the good.
I was gonna say I don't. I would agree with your assessment, but like Miller and Loeb exist in that universe.
Yes, but here's the thing, the new Ultimate Universe is being done by Hickman,
Huh. That's an
so I'm
interesting
hoping
choice.
it'll be good. Because I have yet to find a Hickman story that I don't like.
Fair. I don't read that many comic books anymore, but yeah, I get that.
But I was really frustrated back when the Ultimate Universe was coming out, and you got these good storylines with like Ultimate Spider-Man, and then people were just complaining about how the entire Ultimate Universe is bad because of what was going on over in the Ultimates. Like, damn it!
Let's go. There's more bodies to loot along the way.
Yeah,
Hell
right.
yeah, more bodies. Let's do it.
I purposely left them just so we could catch them on the way out.
I'll go get the others.
By the way, going back to voices, while I remember it, is the Japanese voice of Dio was Luke Valentine in Ultimate Hellsing, so he's just doing vampires.
Makes sense.
I mean, that's not a bad gig, to be honest.
That model for a second there looked very cross-eyed.
yes, Hickman actually made Reed cure cancer at one point. He actually
I know
had
that-
Reed do a good.
I know that Lex Luthor cured cancer just to prove that he could.
Okay, man.
The others, they
Hickman has this thing of trying to bring out the heroic aspects of characters. Although sometimes he also makes one character. There is one thing I don't like about Hickman's runs on anything, and that's he is kind of responsible for the further degrading of Beast.
Hang on a second, ma'am. Important job here.
Hey, do you see a body?
Because he liked the more
God darn it.
he liked the more apathetic, sometimes nihilistic version of Beast that you got with Morrison's X-Men.
It's all right, man.
So he
I don't-
went hard
I
into
don't
that.
All right, miss. I
I
was just trying to loot some bodies.
I don't mind Morrison's X-Men, to be honest, but
Morrison's
I know
X-Men
there are
is-
some people who don't like it.
Just evil.
I
I've
just
read
don't
some
like
of
what-
Morrison's X-Men. It's Morrison.
Yeah,
okay,
that's literally what I say to people. If you don't like Morrison, you're not going to like his run on X-Men. Their run on X-Men.
I both like and dislike Morrison's run on X-Men because there are elements that he does really well,
Meredith.
I'm
but
finding,
but
I'm finding
they
it-
really
Go ahead.
just don't get Magneto.
I'm finding it a lot more often that some writers, especially critically acclaimed ones, some of them just really need someone to rein them in. 'Cause when you
Yeah.
let some writers have free reign, they get weird. Morrison is one of
Yeah.
them. Morrison's best work, I feel, is like when they have some stronger editorial oversight to keep them focused. Like his JLA run is still really good. Animal Man
Yeah.
was really good. He had some freedom on that, but that was still relatively early in his career.
Yeah.
Their career.
Well, I don't know how well his Doom Patrol... Like, Doom Patrol was a perfect place to let him run wild.
Yeah, his
Green
Doom
Lantern
Patrol
stuff
is
was
amazing.
The few
I love
bits of
his
his
Doom
Green
Patrol.
Lantern stuff that I read was interesting, but it still felt unfocused for the little bits I did read.
Yeah,
Also-
no, I adore his Doom Patrol run. Is like my favorite thing. It's great.
Also,
Just a
Jane
reminder
Manor-
that Morrison uses they/them pronouns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, J Manor Productions says, what is a show that, as you watch through it, you realize they might be focusing on the wrong genre? CW's Arrow lost me because of the constant romance.
Yeah, that's a good one. Considering how he is now, and that pisses me off, but whatever.
Yeah, like, oh god, the fact that.
Yeah, that pissed me off a lot.
You saw the tweet. You saw the thing he said recently about the
I saw both. And I
All
was
you gotta say, especially you don't want to piss off your guild, especially when you're in it. All you gotta say is, I would really like to get back to work, so hopefully they'll come to an amicable agreement soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, not literally. Oh, he just pissed off the entire.
Well, you know
guild.
why, right? Because they literally voted to do it right as the second season of Heels was released on Stars. So he was like upset that he couldn't do it because he's part of the guild, and it's like, dude, like the Oppenheimer entire cast walked out of the premiere as soon as they said that they were doing it. Like, you're not the only one affected.
Yeah. But
Sorry, that was too real world, but yeah, no, now I have like a very souring of Arrow because of that, and it kind of upsets me.
Which sucks because I was in the middle of actually finally watching through all of Arrow because I had dropped off.
I haven't finished it yet. I'm only on season 3, but like, oh man.
Because back when it was originally airing, I dropped off at around season 4.
Fair enough.
Also,
I had just recently started going back from the beginning and watching it all the way through, and I'm at season 2, and all of a sudden this happens like this. Yeah, no,
Also, Fire Tower V or 5 says, hi everyone, how y'all doing? Good.
I'm annoyed that I keep running into Mrs. Downs, but she won't let me like say hi to her or anything.
Oops.
I mean, I know she's probably pissed
says-
about her husband. I'm assuming it's the same person we were like, that family that we were with the loan shark thing. But still, like, like all I said is hi, and she's just like, leave me alone. She's like, and then slams the door, and it's like, okay.
And Benjamin Hall says, Beast should be a mad scientist based on his past.
Jesus.
he should be a mad scientist, but he should also be an ethical mad scientist, because one of the best things about Beast pre-Morrison was the fact that he always took care to never harm anyone with his science, other than himself.
Find anything?
Maybe. I think maybe. I found our old friend Mr.
Which,
Cornwall.
testing all his stuff on himself was probably not a good idea.
Probably not, no.
Mike and I'll sniff about,
But it was Hank McCoy. This is what he does. He tests weird experimental formulas on himself.
Drunk as Saint Denis.
You're back.
It's true.
How jolly, Miss O'Shea.
Funny, you sack of shit.
Back
Who
and
are you?
drunk.
The Master, the Lord
Molly.
God Almighty.
Calm down.
I won't be ignored. Dutch Vanderlyn, I am him. I ain't her. Or any of your stooges.
Calm
You
yourself,
don't owe me nothing.
Miss.
I don't owe you nothing.
And the entire reason why Morrison did that to Beast was because they wanted to get Beast out of the relationship with Trish Trilby, which Beast had been in that relationship with Trish Trilby since the 80s.
Mr. Milton and Mr. Ross about the bank robbery, and I wanted them to
Oh, this
kill
ought to
you.
be... This is going to get rough.
I loved you, you goddamn bastard! Go on, shoot me!
She ain't worth it. You told on me.
Oh, you're
You
not so
betrayed
big now,
me.
are you?
Why? Calm down. Arthur? Get her out of here. You know the
Oh,
rules.
not so big now!
Oh, Dutch is about to shoot her.
He's absolutely dead.
Oh,
That's genuinely shocking that someone else did it.
The hell?
You knew the rules, Arthur. What the hell is wrong with you? Mr. Pearson, Mr. Williamson, get this body out of here and get it burnt.
Okay.
Now get back to work, all of you.
She did betray us.
You're lollygagging.
I
Yeah,
mean-
that's a big deal. You got sent to the Caribbean because of this shit.
Technically, yes, her betrayal did lead to the death of Lenny.
Chapter. Yeah, it's her fault that Lenny's dead.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not
no,
even
there
mad.
you go.
I'm not even
No,
mad
no.
anymore.
I'm not even mad anymore.
Chapter 6, aka the How Could Things Get Any Worse for the Gang chapter. I
Okay.
mean,
That deer
a lot of ways. There are a lot of ways things can get worse.
I can tell you one way that thing's gonna be weird. That deer turns out to be a zombie and causes a zombie virus throughout everyone.
I was gonna say that deer is a cannibal and just eats other deer.
There's like tens of thousands of ways things could get worse. It's already pretty bad. We're living in a cave with a box of scraps.
Huh, so we're gonna become Iron Man.
I was gonna say, you're just gonna become Iron Man then?
You know, Iron Man would be an upgrade.
Well,
Alright,
That is a beard.
It's time to get things under control here. Oh my god, I keep forgetting you have to like double click on the thing in order for it to actually register that you did it.
That's weird.
we're keeping the stash though,
Oh,
right?
we're keeping the stash. I'm just getting into more manageable length.
Trim it, yeah.
6 ain't bad. Nice and bushy.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Teddy Roosevelt-like thing going on.
I like that.
Yeah, I like the bushy mustache. Let's pomade our hair. I'm a Dapper Dan man.
Of course.
Yes, hello. Morning.
Alright, what do we got for story quest? Nothing in town, but I saw something way back in town. There was another story thing with Sadie Adler. Oh yeah, we gotta go rescue John.
Oh.
Otherwise, Red Dead Redemption 1 can't happen.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Arthur, you've created a time paradox. Yeah. That was still like that was the most like shocking, amazing, like burn it to your brain like thing to happen in a video game of that era.
Snake, you've created a paradox.
Yeah, that's and then instead of the game over screen, Snake is dead. It says Ocelot is dead. It's amazing.
Upgrade our satchel. Nope.
The burglar says, it's funny how the gang's hideouts in this game reflect how their situation keeps getting worse. Started out nice, now we're in a real shithole. And then it got worse is an unofficial motto.
Now these bat wings, cover scent lotion, used to block human scent resistance animal detection. We don't do much hunting. Herbivore bait, you can have that.
Robert Wilson, you know, Lewis, your tweet about Star Trek Picard was pretty scathing, but was it as bad as Discovery?
No, not nearly as bad. Which Picard one were you talking about? Because I had some mixed reactions to Picard season 3. Like there was good stuff and there was bad stuff.
I was gonna say I haven't seen Picard yet.
Which is why we're not discussing any spoilers. Speaking of, I have not. I'm gonna drink this beer.
Do
Beer.
it.
By the way, I've actually been continuing my Star Trek watch through, and the most recent one I got to was the episode Relics. I love that episode.
Relics is such a great episode.
That might be my favorite episode of all of Star Trek so far.
Nice. But yeah, there was a thing I was gonna say. What the hell's a tweet? I'll think for myself. I just no spoilers about Strange New Worlds because I haven't seen any of season 2 yet.
Yeah, I
know some stuff that happens because no one can shut the hell up, both either in my family or just on Twitter. Yes, I'm still calling it that.
Yeah, I'm still calling it that as well. I'm not
I'm
going
not calling it not Twitter. I'm just saying.
See, we still got a volcanic pistol. I'm gonna see if there's something we could probably put away that we're not gonna be using. Cattleman revolver. I like the volcanic pistol a lot more, although the fire rate is better on the Cattleman. Double action revolver we can put away though. Store and locker. What's the? Nope. Trying to think out the. Yeah. Is it left? There we go. Double barrel shotgun. We have like how many double barrel shotguns do we have? We do not need this many double barrel shotguns, especially when they're all the same.
Although I am very excited that now that I have Paramount Plus, that I have access to Are You Afraid of the Dark again, which is like my
awesome.
Ooh, I should rip
friggin'
those.
nostalgia show.
For me, that's
I didn't have Nick growing up, so I only saw a couple commercials for it, and it looked like spooky at the time.
Yeah.
If you actually watch it, it's not nearly as spooky as it is.
It mostly isn't, but like
But
I
No,
remember,
no, it
I
isn't.
remember seeing a clip on YouTube way back in the day where like they did a lot with the little. Like there was some
Oh, yeah.
clown enemy coming after some kid, and just like a balloon floats into his room like it's it, but then the balloon like pops by itself, and inside of the balloon was like a picture of the kid with like the cancel sign. Like that's terrifying.
Yeah, it's a lot of it is a
Yeah.
lot better for kids. That's not my horse. Where's Mr. Redemption 2?
Oh, and Sidekick Nick
There it is.
says, or Sidekick Nick 4 says, "Can you tell me which Star Trek wine is best?"
I'm sorry, what?
Chateau
Star
Picard.
Trek wine?
There's Star Trek wine?
Yeah, you didn't know?
I mean, I
No.
don't doubt it. Put branding on anything.
Yeah,
There's
that's pretty
Canar,
much.
which a fan sent to us, which is based off it's a Cardassian drink.
Ooh.
So I don't know if it's any good. We haven't tried it, but it's a red wine, so we intend to try it at some point, like probably for a special occasion, for like movie night or something like that.
Ooh, that might not be a bad idea. Well, we are going to. John Wick 3 is Wednesday.
That's right.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, we're watching through all the John Wicks right now, so
Yep,
I'm
we
like,
saw John
really
Wick 1 and
excited.
2 together last time. John Wick 3 is on its own. Because
And then John Wick 4.
So damn long.
Then John Wick 4 is at the very end of the month.
I don't know how you can get to a John Wick 4 considering how John Wick 2 ended, but we will see.
Yeah,
Well,
I know. I'm like, oh shit, what are we gonna do now?
We
There's
go
also
places.
Klingon blood wine.
Huh.
Romulan ale is a thing. It's blue. Also, Aldebaran
That
whiskey,
makes
which is not a
sense.
wine, but still. It's
That
green.
makes sense, actually. Oh yeah, and the new Transformers is already on Paramount Plus.
I actually just watched that like a week or so ago, and it is the best of the live action Transformers movies in my opinion.
I don't know, man. Bumblebee exists.
Bumblebee is really good as well, but I think this is better than Bumblebee.
Oh, high praise indeed.
Well, let me disarm the trap.
So,
Give me the option.
T Elite. T Elite says, "How far are you on Longbox the Dan scripting? You haven't updated your thread about it."
I think I'm about 13 or 14 scripts done with. I'm gonna get at least. I'm gonna try to get one done with tonight. And there's a little more we'll be doing tomorrow because I have some free time.
Something here. Oh, Mr. You. I thought I was gonna be. Oh no!
But this year has been good for movies so far. There have been some really good movies released.
Oh man, I had so much fun watching Oppenheimer. Like everybody's like, "Oh man, Oppenheimer," and I'm like, "Yeah, but like, I actually enjoy historical movies, so."
All right, where's this guy's bag that I can search through?
Speaks too
pistol
soon. When's the next
cartridges.
late night double feature coming?
Whenever he
Hopefully
feels
October.
like.
I'll take some rifle cartridges. Well, don't guess. I'll take some pistol cartridges. Why not? Take all of them. I'll take all the cartridges. Yoink. You're not gonna need these, are you?
Nah, probably
Tie a
not.
rope around the bear trap. Make it a weapon.
I have a field day over this back in town.
I still have to see Dial of Destiny. I haven't seen it yet, but I hear good things.
I need to watch the 2 Dracula movies that came out this year. The one where
I
he's
gotta
like-
Oh my god, Renfield was so good.
I gotta
Renfield
see
was
Last
fun.
Voyage of the Demeter because that's the one I'm looking forward to.
Oh
Which
man, I
one?
gotta see that one too. Last Voyage
Yeah.
of the Demeter.
Okay. Yeah, I only saw Renfield, but
I need
it
to
was
see
fun.
Last Voyage and Renfield. I want to see them both in like a double feature type thing.
That'd be fun.
I've already decided what my new double feature for Halloween is, or for Christmas is. Die Hard and Violent Night with David Harbour.
As it should
I
be.
still have yet to see Violent Night.
Oh god, it's so good. It's one of my favorite things in the entire universe.
It's
But
the people. We're sick and tired of people arguing whether Die Hard's a Christmas movie, so we're just gonna make Die Hard a Christmas movie.
Die Hard's always been a Christmas movie.
Yes,
It
but they're sick of
literally
people
is-
arguing about it. So now we're actually so screw it. We're just making it outright. It's Die Hard with Santa.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it, but I want to see it.
Yeah, and I also enjoyed the hell out of Cocaine Bear and the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
The Dungeons and Dragons movie is so
Yeah,
good.
D&D was fun. Yeah, that was a fun one.
That surprised me. I didn't think it was going to be that as good as it was. Like, I thought it was going to be okay, but I didn't think it was going to be like that involved. You know what I
And
mean?
I'm so glad that they made the change that they did from the earlier version of the script, because there's one change they made from an earlier version of the script that actually makes the movie a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah, and apparently Ryan Gosling is doing a remake of The Wolfman, which I'm kind of excited about.
You know, The Wolfman is one of the few original Universal horror movies that I've not seen in full. I only got about halfway through it, and man, Lon Chaney Jr. is certainly a fantastic actor, but I feel he was a little miscast in that, if only because like they showed it because he's supposed to be like a young guy who came to town like after his dad died or something like that, and they showed pictures of his dad. He looks older than his dad. He just always Lon Chaney Jr. just looks like a much older guy.
Yeah, it's true.
One of the paladin that they team up with in Dungeons and Dragons that was originally supposed to be Dritz.
Oh.
And I'm so glad they changed it so it's not Dritz.
Yeah, like that's kind of interesting, but you don't like. It is possible to have an adventure without like a famous named character. Like
exactly.
not everything has to be like epic and like gods and shit.
By making it so it wasn't Dritz, that actually enhanced the movie.
I'm also, despite myself, I am actually looking forward to Blue Beetle.
Oh, I am really looking forward to Blue Beetle. Although, Blue Beetle taught me one thing. I have only ever seen one movie in my entire life that has George Lopez in it.
One of the Spy Kids movies.
He wasn't in the Spy Kids movie, but he was in Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I got that confused. Sorry, wrong Robert Rodriguez movie. Yeah, sorry.
And that's the only movie I've seen George Lopez. That's the only movie I've seen George Lopez in.
This is the only time in my life where I'm very sad I don't have Netflix, because They Clone Tyrone apparently is like one of the biggest movies on Netflix right now, and I don't have Netflix anymore, and I'm kind of upset about it.
And yes, Robert Williams screwed Wizards of the Coast. Well, actually, no, I will say this. Screw Wizards of the Coast from the first half of this year. They've actually done some restructuring and are trying to do better.
Is it specifically Wizards or is it Hasbro?
Well, the Wizards arm of Hasbro is trying to do better.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Hasbro is still making a lot of mistakes.
Oh, they're not mistakes. They're asshole moves that they backpedal on.
But the Wizards team was like this. We lost so much.
I have no idea what this was, but we got more bodies to loot, and that's the important thing.
It was
Yay,
literally the Pinkerton situation that caused them to finally restructure their entire thing.
I mean, when you send armed thugs to like a guy's house, maybe go fuck yourself forever.
And of all the reasons too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll grant that the YouTuber, I think it was YouTuber Twitch, very stupid, but that's not like armed men to your house levels of crime here.
He didn't even commit a crime. They sent it to him.
Yeah, but you don't show it on YouTube before release date. That was dumb as hell.
Really,
but again, like that's not worth
reason,
that's not worth anything more than like a video takedown. T Elite says, I came up with a name encompassing all of your shows. ALL All Productions. Atop the Fourth Wall, Long Walks of the Damned, and
Late Night Double Feature.
Which would be good. Unfortunately, you have to make it AHLL because History of Power Rangers has got to be in there too.
There you
go.
So it becomes Hall Productions.
That works too. No, officially, I've got my small business, which is just like Atop the Fourth Wall LLC.
That is actually the incorporation that you did so that you could get insurance on the movie. Yeah.
Yep.
I have seen 2 superhero movies so far, and out of the 2, they're both really great superhero movies. The Mario Brothers movie and Guardians of the Galaxy.
I know, where's the
I have seen neither of those, but I heard that actually, now that I think about it, I think
you need to watch Mario Brothers.
I think it's on Peacock now.
Yeah, Mario was fun. If you watch
it is finally on Peacock, so I can finally watch it.
Mario's on Peacock?
Yeah.
Mario's fun, like especially like I watched it basically just looking for like how many Easter eggs I could find, and there's an insane amount.
Yeah, I gave up on doing that like about 20 minutes in.
Has anybody seen Twisted Metal yet? Because I really want to see that, but I'm not
I do
sure.
as well. I just don't. What streaming service is that
Peacock, I think.
Peacock. It's an original.
on? Okay. Yeah, I don't have Peacock.
Yeah, I have Peacock. It's like when I left HBO, I literally was like, I'm going to the Rainbow service because you guys suck.
The fact that HBO Max has lost so many people, and Discovery Plus have lost so many people paying for their services because of everything that Zaslav is doing is just like, yeah, saw this coming.
Yeah.
I'm just not paying for subscription services. Like I don't have this intense desire to watch this or that movie or TV show
Some
anyway.
of Peacock
But
is free,
whatever.
Robert, online. But if you want access to the premium stuff, I pay $6 a month and I get limited commercials. So like TV shows still have commercials, but movies have like 2 minutes of commercials, and then you have the entire movie by itself.
There are some shows that they have on premium that I find annoying that are on premium.
I'm just not paying for subscription services if I can help it.
I'm actually only paying for 2, but I have access to like 6.
I am currently paying for 1.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
my
currently...
parents have Netflix and I have like Amazon Prime more for the shipping than for the actual TV. I've used Amazon Prime to watch stuff like once.
The only reason I want Amazon Prime is so that I can binge through season 2 of Good Omens, and finish Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. But yeah, no, I have Paramount Plus. I have access to HBO Max, but I no longer pay for it. I have Peacock, which I pay for. I have Shudder. I have BritBox, which I also pay for, and I have Stars.
I have.
Oh, and I have Disney Plus. So actually, I have 7 services.
I have access to Netflix because one of my girlfriends has it. I have access to Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I need access to Amazon Prime if for no other reason, so that I could actually like watch things that I want to watch.
But I don't pay for that one. I think that one's under my...
The only reason I even have Amazon Prime is that I have it like on a discount.
I have access to Disney Plus because I was given 5 years free of it.
Oh wow! How did you do that?
I have a family member that works for Disney.
Ah, that makes sense.
Unfortunately, I also have a friend who works for Disney too. I know people that work for Disney. That's pretty much what I got going for me.
Well, good for you. I wish I had somebody.
Unfortunately, my
Do that
5
for
years
me.
free runs out this year, so in November I run out of Disney Plus.
Oh no!
Like my big problem is that like I very, very rarely, like, I'm more of a video game person. Like, I don't tend to think, like, oh, I could be watching this or that show on this or that subscription. So, like, even if I did have more services, they would just go to waste under me.
I also have access to Hulu, which is the one I pay for.
I don't have Hulu. I had Hulu, like, I had the Hulu Disney package, but I got rid of it because I was like,
Hulu offered me I can have Hulu for if all I have to do is pay $2.99 a month.
Weird.
So I was like, I can get Hulu for like a full year paying $2.99 a month? Yeah, I'm doing that.
Glad to see you're taking care of it. So many people.
And I also have access to
I can see you look after your fire.
what's the other one I have access to? 1 second.
Ooh. That was like Confederate crap around there.
oh yeah, that's the other thing I want to see on Amazon is the Legend of
Vox Machina. Oh yes,
yeah.
you should watch Vox Machina. That is so good.
Yeah, but like other than that, that's like I just want to like those are like the 3 that I want to watch. Other than that, I don't really need Amazon, but I want to be able to actually like support those in particular because those are actually apparently really good and they actually support the creators. So.
Yeah.
Right,
the other one I have is Crunchyroll, which I get premium Crunchyroll for free somehow, and I don't remember how.
Oh, I don't have Crunchyroll. I'm also not a big anime person, as you guys know, so.
Like, I think it might be connected to a friend of mine's account? I don't remember. Oh.
I still gotta show you Jojo, Crimson.
Yeah, I know. You gotta wait until at least September, because I'm literally losing my mind between school starting and me moving in the exact same week.
I know, fair enough. Just mentioning it. Like, oh yeah, like who have I not shown Jojo to?
Just watch my 2 episodes covering season 1.
Yeah, you definitely have that.
Yeah, no, I'm probably, yeah, I probably, like, once everything calms down and whatnot, I would probably be able to. But, like, right now, it's so busy at my house right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
Did I get the plague? What the hell happened?
Dysentery,
Well, you have been coughing throughout the game.
I want to say you got dysentery, because it sounds like dysentery.
It's either dysentery or that other thing that was going around back then. The one that's called consumption a lot by people. Is its other name.
Well, you've been. I think haven't you been like kind of ill and coughing like the entire game?
Tuberculosis. That's the other name. That's what consumption is actually called. Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
TB.
Oh, you might have TB. That sucks.
Yeah, if this is the case,
Oh
that's
wait,
gonna
no, you
explain
got bit by that mosquito back on the island.
Oh, so it's that One Piece episode.
You got bit by that mosquito when you were on the Caribbean island, so it might be yellow fever.
Oh, good. And good thing is the beginning of the 20th century where medicine is really great.
Oh no, a couple of people are saying, remember at the beginning of the game when you got coughed on by that sick guy?
Ah!
Great, I'm a zombie.
So
No,
that's
that's on
Ah.
PS3.
Okay, it's TB.
Yeah, you got coughed on by a dude you were roughing up. You've had it all game, but the island made it worse.
Goody.
Oh no! And back in the 1800s, the treatments back in the early 1900s, the treatments for TB were not great.
Yeah, no, it was pretty rough. So maybe you're not making it to Red Dead 1.
Oops.
Oh god. Oh god.
Lenny!
Lenny!
Oh god, that drinking thing really would not have helped then if you have TB.
Oh, I should have drank that beer when I started the stream.
We're gonna need another McShooty.
But you got money? I mean, before I start treating you, cause I got a family.
Oh my god, of course I got money, asshole.
Sure.
Look at this hair.
Promissory notes.
Now, what's wrong? I mean, what appear to be the symptoms?
Well, I think you've heard them. I'm coughing.
Is there any blood?
We're only halfway through the game, though. Speaks Too Soon says, bring on the leeches.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Oh wow, look at your skin.
Yep.
Yeah, you really look like shit. You're gonna go a whole rest of the game like this?
God, you look terrible, man.
What was in that Dapper Dan?
What is it?
It's not good news.
I guess that.
You got tuberculosis.
There you go.
Good deal. You got consumption. Good job.
Good job, you have consumption.
It's a progressive disease. You'll be the best
Coming
thing
down the
is
mountains
this.
when they come.
Getting somewhere warm and dry and taking it easy. Now, is that possible?
Sure, I could just take my winters in my country club in California. No, it's not possible.
Well,
I love that you're doing all this while wearing like a bandolier.
like I said,
I was vampire hunting. Let me just look at someone's tongue and determine tuberculosis.
let me get you.
Well, tuberculosis does cause swelling of the tongue.
Yeah.
Random number guy says, McShooty, do you take potential money? Doctor, sure, this is only a potential treatment anyway.
But I'm
Yeah, because those are promissory notes that he handed over.
Are you not of the body?
Benjamin Hall, he's definitely Spike's mom now. I don't know what that is.
Cowboy Bebop reference, I think. Mr. Redemption.
Love how the doctor's casually smoking. I forgot about that.
Well, everyone casually smoked back then.
Even
Yeah,
up to
for
the
the
50s,
most
doctors
part.
were like
Yeah,
advertising cigarettes.
a lot of people forget that even in Titanic, like freaking Rose smoked.
Yeah. Also,
Mario.
Mario says, yep, TB can be treated today, but in 1899 it was a death sentence, and it's
Yep.
still in the top 5 deadly infectious diseases. It's no consolation, because the vax was developed in 1921,
Yep.
and this is 1899.
There were still people who did survive it back in in the late 1800s, early 1900s, but it was so very rare.
Yeah,
like,
it was
nothing
very
of the
rare.
100% kill rate, but like it's a death sentence.
Yeah.
It had I believe it had like a 89% death rate.
Yeah, that's
This is
not
why
fun.
we gotta get to Tahiti.
So, Lewis, you said you were about at the halfway point of the game. Well, enjoy playing the entire second half in like the slow-mo walking with the yellow haze.
You are sick. While sick, you only gain a benefit from consuming a limited amount of food and drink.
It sucks.
Well, poop. I was gonna have, some canned peaches. Still good enough.
Tahiti, I hear it's a wonderful place.
God damn it, how's my horse out of whistling range?
The best way to survive it is to basically stay away from moist areas.
Yeah, that
We
is what
live
the
in a
doctor
cave.
intended.
And also to areas that are very hot. Like going to the Sahara Desert's a great way to survive it.
Hey, I know. You should go back to that Caribbean island.
But
that's
human as
tropical.
well.
That'll
would
suck.
That would kill you.
Benjamin Hall, walk it off.
I just needed some peaches.
Yeah, I may be sick according to the plot, but you know what will restore my health bar real quick? Peaches.
Peaches.
That's the good stuff right there. Canned peaches. So, John, you're going to have to take over as the protagonist of the next game. Where's the previous game? I don't know anymore.
Yeah, next event, previous game.
This is why prequels are weird.
Well,
that's the
it's
thing.
not just
Whenever
that
you
making a
introduce them-
prequel. It's that they made the prequel actually have the 2 in the title.
Yeah.
If they call it
Yeah,
Red
I
Dead
know.
Redemption 0, that would make sense.
Yeah, like Yakuza. But yeah, whenever you introduce a really big named character that mysteriously nobody's ever talked about before, they're gonna leave or they're gonna die.
Yep.
Jesse
Yeah.
Springer, did you meet the time traveler in this game? Not yet.
Not yet.
At least you're alive.
We'll probably do that in the next stream if people can remind me, because otherwise I'm going to focus on story stuff for this time.
Yeah.
Advance as far as we can. We'll probably call it at 9:30.
What happened to
Peaches,
Dutch?
peaches, peaches, peaches,
Seems-
peaches, 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 peaches.
Amazing.
I really don't know why that became a meme.
Because it's such a good
Like
Jack
that was
Black
it. That was the
song.
whole song. That was it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I literally have no idea like the context of that because I still have not seen the Mario movie.
It's just Jack
It's a
Black
chuckle.
singing.
That's what it is.
It is just to give you a moment where Jack Black sings.
Yeah, it's
Ah,
just
well,
that-
that's
it's Jack Black
important.
doing his shtick. Yeah.
Because
Maybe the time traveler could cure McShooty.
Them together.
don't even
Yeah,
get me
I'm
started on the FNAF timeline.
I'm trying to think of other games though where 2 like the higher number is the prequel. This is kind of cheating because it's called Forever Kingdom here, but in Japan, Evergrace 2 is a prequel. You all know Evergrace and Forever Kingdom, obviously, most famous From Software title. Of course. Moving on.
What's your plan here?
Well, I figure before we do anything.
Jeremy Adler says, given your last review, I expect the time traveler to be Doc Brown. Yep, there you go. No, sorry, you'll have to play Yakuza 3 for that.
Well, apparently you watch A Million Ways to Die in the West, where he has like a 1-minute cameo.
Amazing. Oh, and Fruity Groovy says, by the way, you can actually check Arthur's stats in the player tab of the pause menu, and selecting Arthur. You can see his weight and health, which just gets worse as the game goes on.
Oh,
I
goody.
love when games do subtle things like that. Silent Hill 2 pulled something like that.
Bit of a tour.
It was more of an item than your own status.
Yeah, with the
but,
notes.
once you realize it, it's mind-blowing.
Yep. The note.
It's kind of great, to be honest.
Yeah, the note. I could not... What killed me is that, I discovered the big thing about the note, when watching, a GDQ speedrun. when you like don't have to remove the note from your inventory when you step on the like the scale. That was amazing.
Yep.
Actually, something about games being prequels, future games being prequels, that's something I love about the Star Ocean games, because even though the only 2 Star Ocean games in any form of chronological order are the first 2,
That was a good idea.
they don't have any numbers in any of the games after the one called The Second Story.
Well, Star Ocean is Star Ocean till the end of time. Is there a 3 in there?
Nope.
Oh, I guess we just called them 3 and 4. All right, fair enough.
Star Ocean Till the End of Time is just called Star Ocean Till the End of Time, and while that does take place after 2, due to a later game, it's
Hold
no
up,
longer
hold up. Is that a hot air balloon?
Yes, that is.
That is a hot air balloon.
Yeah, Chad was asking about these because someone said like, oh, they were technically invented during this time. So like, well, damn.
Yeah, hot air balloons were created in like the 1870s, I want to say.
This is my friend I told you about, Mr. Morgan.
Ah, yes, Arturo Bullet, at your service.
I'm trying to think of other games though with a higher number, but it's a prequel. Like it's
Well,
not easy.
It's actually not that uncommon in.
It's quite a thing.
Oh, you know what? Well,
I got
it's
one.
this is not numbered, so this doesn't really count. But Indiana Jones Temple of Doom.
She coming?
I have one as well. Resident Evil 3.
Oh, no, sir.
Yeah, 3 is bizarre because it's before and after 2.
Yep. The first part of.
I think Suikoden Tactics does something similar. Oh, Suikoden 4. 4 is a prequel.
Yep.
Would you fuck this guy?
Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2.
Are you
Oh, no
sure
kidding.
about this?
Certain, sir. Quite
Oh, how about here's a deep cut. Here's a really deep cut. Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, that's a prequel to Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
And it's not the only Final Fantasy game that takes place in a shared universe, because Final Fantasies 2 and 4 also take place in the same world.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But 2 is the one that takes place before 4. 4 takes place like thousands of years after 2.
Come on, Lois, do the damn air balloon. There you go.
There you go.
The
Also, this-
problem is that they need to like, yo, L up, and what they mean is left shift.
Oh, that's annoying.
Well, that's probably because there's an up arrow on the shift key.
Oh, chat's mentioning Fast and Furious 4, 5, and 6. Speaks Too Soon says, would you like to ride in my beautiful balloon?
Yeah, because Tokyo Drift takes place.
Okay, Mr.
Like, Tokyo Drift is the 6th one in the timeline.
Stop the balloon. I can't stop it. I don't know how it works.
Goodbye, folks. I don't know how it works.
However, Fast and Furious has a different problem with its thing, and that is they do not have a consistent naming scheme throughout the entire franchise.
So I read about this, and I tried to, because I was always curious why the hell they're named like this. Apparently, Roger Corman holds the rights to the names of the Fast and the Furious 2, 3, etc. Just like any sequel names. Because of course the original Fast and the Furious, the one from the 60s, was a Corman production, so he owns the rights to the sequel names. That's why every one of the sequels has a different goofy name.
That's wild. Also, Jesse Springer says
Rights issues
obligatory
are
Grand
bull
Wizard
crap.
walks joke. I don't get the joke, but
It's a reference to, the white guys.
I figured, but I still don't get the joke. Walks?
I'm getting more of a. You know what joke I would be making here? Make sure a tornado doesn't come along.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Quick, trivia time. Who remembers where the Wizard of Oz flew in from?
He flew in from Omaha.
Correct.
Hey, guess what my favorite book series is?
Okay. The Chronicles of Amber.
No, it's Oz.
Animorphs.
No,
Spider-Man
it's literally The
Chronicles.
Wizard of Oz.
You guys are assholes anyway.
The Resident Evil novel adaptations.
Those are a thing?
The Star
Jesse
Wars
Springer-
books.
Oh yeah, I have them by S.D. Perry. Yeah, but Jesse Springer says I mean Waka from FF10.
Oh, the giant wizard. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's over my head. Despite me bringing up FF10 in the first place, I don't know the plot too well.
All
I know is
like
that,
to fly in my beautiful balloon Take these broken wings and learn to fly me to the moon. Sail
right
on,
now you're gonna feel it's
silver
not-
bird. Have you? I can't get as high as Tom Servo. I heard that the bird is the word in a big country. Dreams sail
Oh, hey, there's a
with
train.
you. Come along with me, Lucille, in my merry Oldsmobile. We are kids for saving Earth. We are fans of Colin Firth. Off the coast beyond the blue, we really move our tails for you. Cross the wire.
Yes. Lewis did indeed say that the bird is the word.
Also, I didn't get this. Yeah, the joke was Grand Wizard Waka is because like Waka's seems to be racist against Albeds. All right, got
Yeah,
it.
he is. It's an uncomfortable thing in Final Fantasy
See,
X.
whenever somebody says Waka, I just think of Fozzie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say this is how much of a Oz fan I am. I remember this name off the top of my head. Oscar Zoroaster, Friedrich Isaac Norman Henkel, Emmanuel Ambrose Diggs.
And the best I got is Stoltenheim Reinbach
No,
III.
not sticky keys.
Best I got is John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
His
What
name
was
is
that
my
for
name
Stampede?
too.
What was Vash the Stampede's fake identity in Trigon that one time? Some
Oh,
bullshit
God.
long name.
Yeah,
Something the third.
something stupid, ridiculous. Yeah.
And by the way, that is the full name of the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, there we go.
The name I just read off.
John.
Well, the name I just said off the top of my head because his full initials are Oz Pinhead.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, here it is. Okay, so Vash said his full name was Valentinez Alcanella Zyfax. Oh my god, I can't even pronounce some of these. Skiddo Bohertz, Gambo Billa, Blue Stradivari, Talent Trent, Pierre, and Andri, Sharton Hamos, Ivanovici, Baldus George, Deutzel Kaiser III.
Yeah, and he pulled that up out of his ass like in no time at all. Just like how?
Yeah, he did do that. I can't even pronounce half of that. But I do love Trigon. It's like one of my favorite things ever.
But what I really enjoy is a running gag in the Suikoden games is like in 1, 2, and 3, there are moments where you have to enter a place and use an alias, and you get to choose an alias from a list of like 3 things, and one of them inexplicably is always Stoltenheim Reinbach III. Like it's just a really eccentric name, and then it comes back in 2 and 3, and it's just kind of funny. And in Suikoden 4, you can actually meet a man who is genuinely named Stoltenheim Reinbach III, and he joins you. It's so good.
I've only ever played Suikoden 3.
3 is a good one. Oh, you know what? Here's a fun fact for you. It's the only game of the 2,000 plus games on the entire PlayStation 2 library that can read PlayStation 1 save data if you transfer it to the card. It could read Suikoden 2 save data.
Huh. Yeah, they were planning on doing something of that for the Ark the Lad game for the PS2, but they chose not to do that.
Even on PS3, where you can play PS2 games if you have like the discs of their backwards compatible one, even on PS3 with their digital memory card program, they didn't put that in because just like fuck it. The only other game I'm aware of that did something like this, well, I was recently informed of 2 more. One of them is Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn on the Wii. It can read your Path of Radiance GameCube data. And someone recently told me that one of the Dragon Age games, I think, let you, like, upload your save data to the internet and download it for, like, PS4 or something. I never knew about that. That's pretty wild.
I actually am my current playthrough of Here's the funny thing: you can do that from any like I am playing on my PS4 Dragon Quest Inquisition using data from my Xbox 360 version of Dragon Age 1 and 2.
That's fantastic. Although my favorite memory card read, I think, is the visual novel, like the There are two Suikoden visual novels called Suiko Gaiden 1 and 2, and when you start setting up your Suiko Gaiden 2 save file, it's like, oh, I notice you have save files from Suikoden 1, Suikoden 2, and Suiko Gaiden 1. It's like, that's amazing.
T Elite 555. What does everyone think of spinning lightsabers? Aren't those cool?
What does that mean? Like General Grievous and the
I think they're
Revenge of the Sith?
I think they're talking about the people use the scene of somebody using a lightsaber as a helicopter blade to
What,
fly.
like flying with it?
Yes, it's dumb.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Me and Zen were like both like, that is so dumb, like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, and the burglar. I'm not super into Fire Emblem, but like Path of Radiance was largely my introduction to the series as well. One of my friends in high school dabbled with a little bit of the Game Boy Advance game. I don't even remember which one it was, but like I full on watched him play Path of Radiance in college. So I later got it myself.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing about the spinning lightsabers allowing people to fly. Lightsabers don't have mass.
Yeah, it's really just the handle.
So that doesn't make sense. That doesn't physics. Also, you can already just levitate yourself with the Force, so...
I was actually going to mention something of that sort. Like, if you want to fly and you can wield the Force, then, like, you're good.
Yes! So why are they even doing it? It's so dumb!
Now, these guys are just coming from everywhere, aren't they?
Weren't expecting air support.
Yeah, that is actually pretty scary.
We were discussing air support, Sir Arthur.
Ooh.
Well, poop.
Do you know how to land a...
You are now the proud owner of a brand new air balloon.
The question is, do you know how to land a hot air balloon?
Yeah, you just release shift. How easy could it be? Oh, and the ascent prompt will flash when you're too low. Okay, fair enough.
I know, and I'm trying to get the rope to her.
Yeah. Oh no, oh god.
We're fine! Oh, God.
Nope, you're not. Wasted!
Wasted.
Retry checkpoint there.
The lightsabers should not have mass. They are literally just plasma energy in a field container.
Yeah, it's like the hilt. That should be it.
Yes! By the lore of the entire thing, it is literally a plasma field inside. It's basically a plasma energy inside of a energy field containment.
Your beautiful balloon.
That is the lore.
I don't have a lower option. Just
Landing is easy.
descend.
Surviving is hard. Yeah, want to climb on the rope a little faster, buddy? Watch out for that bridge.
Working on it.
Oh man, that's terrifying.
Yeah!
You cannot say this is how this thing works and then change it in how it works anytime you want to, because that removes the suspension of disbelief. Suspension of disbelief tells me that you can have plasma energy as a sword.
Yeah, that is what bothers me, is like, it's one, like, people often say like, oh, whatever, it's fiction, but like, yeah, it's fiction with a set of rules that it's established. If you break your own rules, then why does anything matter?
It's the reason why Looper is one of my most hated movies, because it sets rules in the first 5 minutes and then breaks those rules by the 30-minute mark.
Hey, I'm trying to break the loop myself in Deathloop.
Looper is just the most frustrating movie for me because it sets its rule set and then it tries to break the rule set that it sets for itself.
Loopers are basic
Another happy
enemies in
landing.
Skies of Arcadia.
I don't think so.
Honestly, I think that could have been a lot worse. God damn it, you left my horse back in town.
There's more of them on the other side.
Are we on to Mr. Redemption 3?
Get behind something. This ain't over yet. These
Suspension of disbelief tells me that a person can have portals to a ruby red colored punch dimension that shoot out of his eyes and hits people with it.
Nice shot. That's ridiculous.
Thank you.
And having those concussive blasts from the ruby red punch dimension being able to burn somebody, it makes no sense.
Oh yeah, when he like cuts that building in half or whatever in X-Men Origins instead of like punches holes through it like in X-Men 1.
Because that's how Cyclops' powers
Yeah,
work.
they're not heat beams, they're concussive force.
Yes, his eyes are literally portals to a place called the Ruby Red Punch Dimension.
Well, I mean, I'm talking the movies where they don't even attempt to touch that, but like one movie, concussive force, another movie, heat. Like, pick one.
Yeah. It's like Cyclops' beams are literally punches.
I'm sorry,
man.
Gail Simone has confirmed
Punch.
that his heat vision that it's heat vision. So
Also, Speaks Too Soon again says, "Damn, we're in a tight spot."
damn, we're in time. I really got to put that on the soundboard.
Yeah, it doesn't get old. It's just like you are constantly in tight spots.
I mean, you're technically a dead man anyway, since you have TB, so you might as well take out some motherfuckers while you do it.
Yeah, Red Dead Man Walking 2.
When you set up rules, you set up the rules for a reason. It's that way people can say, okay, this is the rule sets for that unit.
Oh yeah, Fruity Groovy, I apologize, and Mr. Super Chat. Fruity Groovy says, I think the spinning lightsabers are mainly there for combat to replicate Grievous's the windmill technique. Yeah, I was thinking Grievous, but one of the Inquisitors just does the helicopter technique because it's fun.
Here's the thing, I have no problem with them using it like a way to be flashy about it, but they're framing it as the spinning of the lightsaber is what's causing the lift. When the Force just allows you to do that, you don't have to frame it that way.
That was cold-blooded.
Oh, he's holding his arm and he's like, oh, you're here? Fuck that.
I wonder if John Marston becomes a zombie at the end of the Red Dead 1 DLC. Do you think he's still around? Good question. Yeah, because he gets bitten in like the opening cutscene of Undead Nightmare.
Give me a minute. Got lots of bodies to loot. So
I
many
don't
O'Driscoll.
think-
How big is this family?
I don't think TV can spread to horses. I could be wrong on this.
That poor bastard killed for his troubles. I kind of liked him.
They got Combe.
I kind of liked it.
Combe O'Driscoll. They're gonna
And yes, a lightsaber toothpick would burn your mouth. It would lightsabers can burn through freaking steel doors.
Sure, no doubt he'll escape again.
No, he won't, because we're gonna make sure of it.
We have our own problems with the law, in case you ain't noticed.
Dutch will want to see him swing.
Sure, Dutch, he wouldn't even help us with Marston. And our situation is really messed up right now. You know how things is.
Bastard's gonna swing. I'm gonna make sure of it.
I'm not saying it's not. It's still fun, but
Yes.
I think it's dumb because it breaks the rules that it sets for itself. And
Then we go.
Wait, are you talking spinning lightsabers?
yes,
I mean, for me, it's so much simpler. Like,
But from the field,
I just think it's dumb. Like, that's it.
we can manage.
Well guarded.
it's. I mean, if you're just using a spinning lightsaber for like a windmill technique as like a way to fight something, that's stupid fun.
Yeah, Grievous had spinny hands. Like, I can buy that. But like, oh, I have a spinny lightsaber I float around with. Like, even if you are allowed to do that in universe, even if they establish that, like, it's just dumb.
Yes.
Is all we'll need. I'll get us a boat.
Also, yes. Speaking of consistency, RoboP says lightsabers can cauterize an arm or hand from a person, no bleeding or such. Yeah, except for the first time you ever see one used in Episode 4, and when Darth Maul is cut in half in Episode 1.
Yep.
They don't have blood because it's better for the kiddies, but they totally draw blood
I'm gonna eat me
sometimes.
some oregano.
Star Wars is frustrating. Sometimes.
Just a big field of oregano.
Sweet.
Good thing Mr. Ed Demption was following us this whole time. Anyway, I got lots of bodies to loot. Then we're probably going to call it a night. I mean, we could try to go longer for the rescue, but I don't know how long the rescue is going to take.
Yeah, it might take another 2.5 hours.
People who have played this game, let us know how long is the rescue mission actually going to take.
Well,
I'm
I
okay
think
with
toward the
holding off on
beginning-
that until next time.
Well,
Because we
toward
got
the
to fly in
beginning
a
of the stream,
balloon.
toward the beginning of the stream, someone said that you shouldn't have to worry about serial missions until like the final 3, but I don't know how close we are to the final 3.
Yeah. We're on chapter 6. I don't know how many chapters there are. Rescue is a rather quick 10 to 15 max.
Yeah, I think it was RJO who pointed out the non-serial in the first place, so fair enough.
Starkiller's the main character of The Force Unleashed, right? I've never played the Force Unleashed games.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yes. You know what the funny thing is, though? I never played The Force Unleashed, so, like, I know his name is Starkiller, but, like, I played Soul Calibur 4, so I still think of him as The Apprentice. Just no name, just The Apprentice.
Because I've played... Here's the Star Wars games I've played. I played this one, like, Jedi Academy-like game for the Xbox. And I mean the original Xbox.
Oh man, Febmon, I haven't thought about that commercial in years. What would you like on your tombstone?
Yeah, that's a good
God,
one.
Pepperoni and cheese.
I miss those commercials.
But yeah, I played Shadows of the Empire, Jedi Knight Dark Forces 1 and 2, and Outcast, and...
Oh, apparently you're in the final chapter, according to Alex Cervinsky. And if you have found out about your TB diagnosis, pretty sure we're speeding towards the end.
Oh, nice.
The end. And also the Rogue Leader and Rebel Strike. Oh, and Burglar, yeah, I know about Darth Icky, but there's a very good chance he was just politely telling them to fuck off when they were asking him to give him a name. How about Darth Icky? And he just, like, leaves. I don't think
it's
he
hard to
genuinely
tell
thought
with
that was, like, a
Lucas.
good name.
He's not exactly a super emotional guy.
Yeah, but the other Star Wars games I played are Pod Racing.
Oh, yeah, I never played that, but that was one of those games everybody had back in the day.
I played this one that was on the N64. I forget what it was called. I think like Shadows of the Empire or something like that.
Yeah, that game was great.
Shadows of
It's
the Empire,
jank
I
as
think, was
hell
the
by
N64
today's
game.
standards, but it was
That was
a
the
lot of
first one
fun
with Kyle
back then.
Katarn.
And then
Katarn's great.
I've also played all the Lego Star Wars games.
I've played all of them except for the new one, the Skywalker trilogy, but I played the other ones.
I haven't played the new one yet. I have not played the new one yet.
All right.
Yeah, the Lego
Well,
ones
I'm
are
in the
really
middle
good.
of playing Jedi Survivor. I'm pretty close to the end. I think I'm about 2/3 of the way through.
If it's
Yeah, I
not
hear
gonna
both of those
take, if it's
games
only
are
gonna
very
take like
good.
15 minutes, let's give it a shot. Worst case scenario, we'll just quit because the autosave will bring us back to this point.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Although, actually, tell you what I'll do. I'll save real quick here, and then I will do it.
Yeah, fair. I'm gonna duck out though. So just so you guys are aware, next Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. Central, I'm doing cat-themed games on Twitch to raise money for the rescue that I'm at. I'm gonna drop my Twitch in the chat real quick. But yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a lot of fun. And
be a peach in
Lotus said he might drop by, so you know.
God damn, I lost my hat again. I keep
Saturday, I
forgetting
got
to
time.
pick it back up.
Yeah. So yeah, Twitch. I'll be streaming pretty much 10 to 8. So you guys can stop in and say hi whenever. Just whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired and I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Have a good night,
Oh, no.
Grim.
Have a
All
lovely
right.
night.
See you on Wednesday, Lou. See you guys later.
Yep. Have a
I
good night, Brendan.
retrieve my hat from my horse.
But yeah, the Kyle Katarn games are fantastic. Dark Forces 2 was like earth-shattering back in the day.
I have not played a lot of Star Wars. Actually, I think I played Shadows of the Empire before
There we go.
I had ever even seen any of the original trilogy.
It's a damn good game. It like even though the Super Nintendo Star Wars did it first, Shadows of the Empire is really what put the trip the AT-AT with your harpoon and tow cables. Like every Star Wars game ever made did that after
And
Shadows
that's
of
the
the
only
Empire.
sequence of that game I played. I played it at a friend's house where I basically played the
That's the
opening
very
part.
first mission.
Yeah, I played the very first mission, and then, well, after
And after
that,
that, surprise, you're on foot actually for most of the game.
so I just thought it was an entire flight, flying, fighting.
I mean, you'd think so. I mean, Rogue Squadron was a flight game, so it's fair enough. Also, I still gotta play Star Wars
I will
Squadron.
be putting a poll for that on the Discord tomorrow.
Yeah, I still gotta play Star Wars Squadrons. Like, I kind of fell off of Star Wars games for a while, but Squadrons looks to be like another Rogue Squadron, Rogue Leader kind of game, so that has me interested.
And the Jedi Academy game I played on the Xbox, I only played because I've dated only one guy in my life. Every other person I've dated is a girl because I'm lesbian, and that was me just attempting to see, do I like guys as well? No, I don't. But
No,
He turned out to be gay, by the way. He was dating me for the same reason. Do I like girls?
We'll bring him back to you.
Oh, Fedmon, did I ever play the chicken level? Unfortunately, I never owned Rogue Squadron for the N64, and I did get it on PC on GOG, but the controls just drive me crazy, so I can't properly play it.
And this guy that I dated, he left his Xbox and his Xbox game collection at my house when he went off to Iraq.
I forgot how terrible the boat mechanics are.
So I wound up playing. Well, I tried all the games that he left there, which the first one I tried was this Star Wars Academy-like game. I forget what it was called. It might have just been Star Wars Academy or something like that.
Yeah, I think there's one called Jedi Academy, I think, but I don't believe
Jedi Academy. I played it. I had the PC version back in the day.
And the thing I remember was they had this part where you could build your own lightsaber.
Yep.
And I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
It is, and you had a lot of different color options. Mind you, for we had to mod it a bit, my brother and I, so we could get like colors like white and black.
And I don't know if it was in every version, but the Xbox version had a Tonfa-style lightsaber.
Oh, that's sick.
And as somebody who spent a long part of my life training in how to fight with Tonfas, I immediately built a Tonfa lightsaber.
Yeah, I only played as far as Jedi Outcast, so I guess that was before Jedi Academy.
And then I stopped playing that game rather quickly because I just decided to try a different game, which was Fable, and wound up playing mostly that.
Oh, there you go.
Pineapple. Nom, 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 nom.
But I love Dark Forces 2. I actually played Dark Forces 1 after, and Dark Forces 1 is just Doom except Star Wars. Dark Forces 2, though, like, really became its own thing. It had live-action cutscenes, which I thought were the coolest thing ever. The acting's pretty hammy, like, watching it now, but, like, it's really endearing to me. And the bad end is one of the more effective, like, bad ends I've seen in a video game. It's super short, but it hits pretty hard.
Still kill!
Oh yes, and, with the actual mechanics of how lightsabers, a Tonfa lightsaber would be a really bad idea.
What have we here?
The rest form for Tonfa is where it's when you rest with a Tonfa, you have it against your arm. With a Tonfa lightsaber, the rest stance would be having the energy beam going right through your arm.
You can use the scope.
AKA a Tonfa lightsaber, if that existed, if they actually used logic in the Star Wars universe, would literally cut off everyone's hands whoever used one.
I also, I see a question here, play Dark Cloud 2. I did play that game. Realistically, it's better than Dark Cloud 1, but I have a lot more nostalgia for Dark Cloud 1.
I have more nostalgia for Dark Cloud 2 because I played that one first.
Yeah, it is the better game, but I just like Dark Cloud 1.
Then I played Dark Cloud 1, and I learned about something that was a translation thing that occurred, and that's really interesting.
Dark Cloud 1's music is sick as hell, I can say that much.
Like, in the Japanese version of Dark Cloud 1, the cat that becomes the cat girl was was a boy cat that becomes a cat girl.
Oh, interesting.
In America, they don't mention the gender of the cat form, but it's still
a cat.
Yeah, but it's like, huh. So technically, that's a trans woman character in Dark Cloud 1.
Yeah, who loves you immediately, and you're just like, what do I do with this situation? Uses a slingshot.
Let's keep moving.
Where is he? You see him?
No.
Dark Cloud might be the first game I can remember seeing and playing that had quick time events with like really cool fight choreography, and I remember being really irritated that I couldn't actually watch the cool scene playing out because I had to concentrate so hard on the QTEs. But with recording, hey, best of both worlds.
The first game I think I played that had quick time events being a thing was Shenmue.
I think Shenmue might have, like, coined the term quick time events.
And I absolutely love the Shenmue games because
Anything, I'll blow your damn head off. You clear
I still
on
gotta
that?
play 3, but 1 and 2, they did a really good job with like the cinematic nature of the
Yes.
QTEs.
3 is disappointing because
Yeah.
here's the disappointing thing about 3. The creator of Shenmue decided that Shenmue would be a 7-part story.
Yeah.
Parts 1 and 2, games 1 and 2 covers parts 1 through 3.
So, where do we go?
Yeah, game 2 actually contains parts 2 and 3 of the 7-part story.
Jameson, sir.
Jameson.
Well, the part that really shocked me is like the girl who's on the cover of Shenmue 1 isn't even like in the game unless you happen to catch her in like a dream at one of the inns or something. You actually meet her in Shenmue 2, but like we don't really learn why she's important, and now we're through 2 whole games and we're like, what are we doing?
Shenmue 3
Damn it, I want to go back and loot, but I can't.
I've already got this looted this person instead.
Shenmue 3 is literally just part 4. A middle slowdown chap, basically the middle slowdown part of the story of a 7-part story. It's
Which is annoying because Shenmue 2 ended with the slowdown part. Like all of a sudden it's just a full hour of just chilling and talking, and then the game ends, and you're like, really?
Actually, Telltale is back. There's a new Telltale.
So I guess dead men do tell tales.
Also, yeah, Lewis, you should do a Telltale game someday for the stream.
I love how Sadie's just going around knocking people out.
That is kind of great.
I have not ever read Fables, and I've also only ever seen the first season of Once Upon a Time. You would think that these would be things I've read and watched, but I haven't.
Right now. You got 1 minute. I'm counting. 1.
Granted, that's because I am really slow on watching live action
You count for me. I got talking to do.
and movies.
So good.
You count for me. I got
That's great. That was like, have you ever seen The Raid Redemption?
I've seen the Raid 2. I haven't seen the first Raid though.
Okay, because in the first raid, there's a part like this where the villain is just systematically executing people like in a row, and then he runs out of ammo for the last guy, and then he just puts the gun on the guy's shoulder and just goes, "Hold this for me," while he like goes to a drawer and gets some bullets. It's like it's the worst.
Ah, buddy. I don't want to die. Yeah, I know.
You have to comfort the guy that you're threatening to kill so he can count. Jeez.
Well, Mr. Milliken here will stop crying once and for all. Okay, today's your lucky day.
I say if Lewis ever does a Telltale game, it should be back.
That is pretty great. You actually delivered. You let him off.
Serpentine!
Serpentine! Serpentine!
How did I get ahead of you people?
Milliken, stop towering like a rodent. That's so rough on Milliken. I love the irony that you're gonna kill everybody but Milliken.
I'm okay with that. He seems like a decent fellow.
Yeah, as long as Milliken doesn't actively interfere with the fight, just like, you know what, I said I'd let you live.
Sweet horses, we can steal those.
Yes.
And we give the bad guy a cookie and turn him into a cat. That there should be some porridge nearby. That's a very specific reference that Eliza, I think, and I happen to get. Eliza, did you get that one?
What?
Can we just give the bad guy a cookie and turn him into a cat?
That reference sounds familiar to me.
King's Quest 3?
Right, yes!
Yeah, there should be some porridge nearby. I think you could also put it in with 1 or 2 other food items.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot that you turned him into a cat for a second.
Yeah, that's like the entire, like, not that you realize
Did
until
I get
like
shot or
a
did
third of the
John
way
get
through the
shot? What the
game.
hell happened there? Oh, John
That
died.
is
Okay.
probably
John,
the
take
system.
cover,
Oh,
goddammit!
John died. That sucks. But that's the cause of the whole like the events of King's Quest V is Mordak wants revenge.
For turning, for turning his brother into a cat, and it's like, yeah, it's just like one of the greatest things ever. The reason why it took me a second to remember is because Team Quest 3 is probably the one I've played the least.
Yeah, 3 has a whole lot of waiting if you know what you're doing, and a whole lot of stress if you don't.
And
that is one thing about John Marsden is I really like his line delivery, but he tends to deliver almost every line in the game like the same way when there's action, like that almost yell. You're telling me? Well, didn't think it would go this way. Like he just always talks like that.
by the way, we've now gone 10 minutes. That's where we went to end.
That's true.
That's fine. I said, if it's only 15 minutes, we can do it.
Yeah.
God damn
it!
Did you die or did John
I
die?
died that time.
That time it was us, yeah.
But you know what? I'm pretty sure that once we actually get out of here, we'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just have to get out of here and get those horses. I wonder if any of the Red Dead games are on PlayStation Plus.
You wonder if what's on PlayStation Plus?
Any of the Red Dead games.
Oh.
1 second, gentlemen. Gotta take me some gin.
Wait, I need to eat some peaches. I've just been shot. I need some peaches.
Gorma.
That shot is ridiculous. Yeah, front gate. Wow.
Volcanic pistol, man.
Yeah, but like, just that was it. Just one shot, one and done. You tell me.
Gorma.
Okay, a couple too many of these guys. Nice shot. Jesus, they keep coming. Is there an end to them, or do you have to keep like retreating and shooting?
I think we'll just keep retreating and shooting.
Yeah, time to go. Whoa! He didn't kill him, but I think he did hit him.
Serpentine!
Oh, maybe that was the problem from last time then, if they're coming from the side. That's a lot of guys. Oh, cover? Good, you're almost there. Insane. Oh, you need to heal. Damn.
You know that volcanic pistol is fired.
Yeah. Damn. Jesus, how many of these guys are there? It's absurd.
There are enough of them. That is how many there are. Enough.
Yeah, right? Wow.
Need more Deadeye.
Yeah, good idea.
Oh, goddamn, I'm sick. Damn you, tuberculosis. Where's the miracle cure? Potent miracle cure.
Yes, let's take some snake oil.
That's the good stuff right there.
Are you serious?
Did John die or did that me? God damn it!
John
Oh
died.
my god.
Skip checkpoint.
Hooray, you
I didn't
did
know that
it.
was an option. I guess that's an option after a certain time. I don't care. We need to move on.
You
Yeah.
say it, then.
Coming here don't look too friendly. We best get out of here.
We don't care about actually defeating them. We just care about continuing.
You guys saw me. I was winning. John was the one who took the hit. It's an escort mission. It's just the escort also had a gun.
Leave the real world.
Yeah, John only gets to be invincible when he has protagonist syndrome.
Oh no! We have to now shoot them while we're on a boat.
Nice shot.
I got it. I got it. I'm good.
Yeah, this time you don't have to worry probably as much about John. Jesus. Not now, John.
Stop taunting him, John.
Oof. Oh, hey. I hope that Milliken's the only one left and you just, like, give him a nod before sailing off.
I think I liked you better when you was all trussed up like a prize chicken.
No doubt.
I lost my hat again.
Hurry up! They're gonna be on our tails soon enough if you boys keep wasting time.
That's us told them.
On to Mr. Red Dempsey.
Arthur.
Actually, it's
Thank
on
you.
her horse.
Don't mention it.
Let's go. We should get out of here quick before the law gets wind of this.
In Crimson, activate. Oh, look, we're at the boat.
So what the hell happened in Saint Denis? Is Abigail all right?
Well, I went on to an island adventure.
She managed to escape when they got Hosea.
Hosea. That still don't seem real somehow.
Yeah, we're gonna get him back to camp, then I think we'll save, and then we'll call it a night.
He was like family.
Family.
We lost young Lenny.
Lenny!
No. What a goddamn mess. And then what about the money?
Lost somewhere at the bottom of the ocean.
What? How the hell did that
That was great. What?
It was a long look. We had a very long. We had a long week, John.
Yeah, not in the mood.
We ended up stranded on an island somewhere.
Like, he's been in jail this whole time, so all of a sudden you drop this crazy story on him.
You're gonna have to tell me all this again.
It's a long story, but things ain't been good, John.
No, they haven't.
We're holed up now.
When you went up in jail.
Near Roanoke Ridge, some caves there. The Pinkertons caught up with us again, and we had to move.
Yeah. Seems Molly ratted us out, the bitch. So she's dead too.
Jesus. Maybe you should have just left me to hang.
No. We got a previous game to get through.
It's alright,
Yeah,
we killed like half the cops at that place.
Us breaking you out. Said it wasn't the right time, so might not be the hero's welcome you're imagining.
So much for no man left behind. I can't stop thinking about this. In the bank, when they grabbed me, he saw it. Felt almost like he had a moment to do something and didn't.
Dutch ain't himself right now. Or maybe he just ain't who we thought he was.
Guess we don't need to worry about who's his favorite no more.
Guess not.
Yeah, the fact that Dutch.
Yeah, Dutch. Look, Dutch, you only risked 2 of us, and we actually, like, succeeded. I think, all in all, 100% successful trip, except for all those times we died.
Benjamin Hall. So it is a 40-year stream. No, this ain't last week, man.
Yeah,
Don't worry, we're saving right after this.
We told you we would.
John!
That poor hot air balloonman though.
Here. Good to
I
see
forgot
you,
about
too.
that. John was already married
I
in
haven't
2.
sent for you yet.
I will.
But I said that.
Yeah, I know what you said. I felt different.
Is that so?
Yes.
And when Spring and John brings the law down on all of
Well, it's
us,
already
what
down on
then?
us.
Arthur,
Yeah,
Well, I guess we'll have
you already had an entire town's worth of cops.
loyalty.
Plot twist, Dutch is a scroll.
I have a goddamn plan! John.
Go back to jail.
You are my brother. You are my son. I was coming for you.
Well, that's
He
creepy.
was talking of hanging me, Dutch. They was talking. They was talking. And now they may come and hang us all.
They're already gonna do that. We got the goddamn Pinkertons chasing us.
Yeah, you're literally hiding in a cave. Like, dude, come on.
Listen, if you had a plan, fine. But everything you had, like suggested, you weren't gonna go get them, so we went and did it.
Yeah, Benjamin Hall, you said 9:30 and it's past that. Yeah, but this isn't like, oh no, the worst has happened.
And I said, and I said, you know, if it's only gonna be 15 minutes, might as well just do it. And you know what? It was only about 15-20 minutes. So yeah, we got it.
Also, I see in chat, Predator taught us don't trust people named Dutch. But I thought we could trust. Wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger Dutch in that
Yeah,
movie?
Arnold Schwarzenegger was Dutch.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's the one guy you
You're
can't
thinking of
trust.
Dylan.
Miles away. Thinking of.
Oh yeah, Dylan!
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
They got you pushing pencils?
Mr. Cornwall.
Cornwall. Okay. Thanks, Mary Beth.
Mission complete. Visiting hours. This is the wrong hat.
And yeah, Dutch always has a plan, that's the problem. Yeah, let me guess. What could your plan possibly be? Rob a place and then get on a boat?
You ever notice how Dutch's plans always seem to just make things worse?
Pretty much, yeah. Honestly, we probably saved a whole bunch of people from dying after all this. Anyway.
I'm not gonna blame him for Molly fucking us over, though. That was not Dutch.
Yeah, that was not Dutch's fault.
Like, his plans are straightforward, but, like, shit happens.
Honestly, what we probably should, you know, probably the better plan was if he was going to get hanged, we should have waited till that actual moment.
Yeah.
You know, do the
Yeah,
classic,
it
like,
would've
you know, put a
taken
bullet
another
in the
turn.
rope and save him. But still,
There is a moment in Red Dead 1 where you can, like, save somebody, like, while they're hanging before they finish getting hanged.
yeah, I think we did that with this game too. Like, it was part of a magic trick or something, and we had to decide whether or not to let him hang or not.
Also on the island, I think you, like, shot off 3 people.
Yeah, we saved 3 people from being hung. The last set Strauss missions are the best of his missions. You can choose to be a good guy. Sweet.
Hey.
Which we'll probably do next week. But thank you all. It's 9:54. We're going to call it a night. We have rescued John. We got to find the time traveler, too. I'm very interested in meeting them.
And a UFO, apparently.
Oh, yes, the UFO. That's essential. We fought the vampire. Now we got to find the time traveler and the aliens.
We need to do all the Weird West stuff.
Oh, yes. Thank you all for joining us. Keep an eye out for the Amalgam Comics review. I have no... It's supposed to come out on Monday. We're still a little behind, but not as bad as we were. But this month, Amalgam Comics month. Check out the Back to the Future review that just came out. Yeah, everyone, all of you have a good rest of the evening. Buy copies of Winter of '83 on DVD. I'd really appreciate that if you did that. Otherwise, oh yeah, and this Thursday, we are going to start another second set of streams where me and Mistress Doom are going to be doing a Soul Lock. April 10th, we're going to start, and that's in the afternoon. So if you miss it, I understand. It's just, you know, she's on British time, so it's either that or she does it at 3 in the morning. So look forward to that. I want to thank my wonderful guest, Crimson, who had to duck out, Lotus Prince.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
And Eliza.
It's always glad being here.
Soul Lock, what's that? Well, I'll explain later, but think Nuzlocke, but 2 people. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Is that on your channel or hers? Both. Her perspective on her channel, my perspective on mine. We'll be in a call, and we're gonna look into seeing about trying to share screens, I think. But we will see about that. Otherwise, y'all have yourselves a good night. Get along, little doggies.